Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Throughout the years, I've been speaking to a lot more people that is older than me. Not because I want to, not because I have to, it's more like I want to know them. Not your parents type of older people, more like total strangers. Total strangers in a sense of, when it comes to financially. The more you talk to elder people, the more that you see a reality of what does it take for them to get where they're up to. I've spoken to guys that is at the age of 50, not old, not that old, but they're still in their working life, let's say. And what I discover is this: some people at that age, that's when they start to think, what are they gonna do if they retire and don't have any money? At the age of, here in Australia, 65, 70, somewhere around there, or that's when you're thinking of winding down and retire. Winding down, retire, and I guess stop their working life. So I'm not gonna mention names on this, but when I talk to them, I can sense from the words that is coming out of their mouth is, I am scared that at the time that I hit retirement, I would not have enough income to sustain my lifestyle. That's what they're scared about. And they will do whatever it takes now in order for them to achieve that financial goal. So that kind of scares me when you're looking at, if you don't think it now when you're young, especially when you just started working, you need to you need to buy assets instead of buying, I guess, fun stuff. So you need to buy up things that actually can provide you cash flow. To me, cash flow is king, because cash flow pays the bills. Cash flow provide my lifestyle that I can stay at home. Cash flow pays for everything that I have. Without cash flow, the world seems to be stuck. You would not be able to move as much. You would not be able to do things, because cash flow, you don't have the cash flow to do it. So, and that was a 50-year-old. So then I was speaking to another guy that is 55, a lot older than the other guy. He's up to the stage in his life that he's obsolete. At the age of 55, nobody's probably going to hire him. And now, because of that, he realizes, okay, I really need to do something about this money thing. And I'm like, at the moment, he's really fit, which is great. That he can do a lot of, I guess, labor job in a sense, or unskilled work. But fast forward your age, if you're not doing something that you love now, and if you're not thinking about how I go about getting a passive income, let's say, or getting some sort of investment that can provide more money than your work, you don't want to go to the end of your working life and you don't have enough money. That scares me. And I didn't want to rely on my kids to take care of me. It's supposed to be the other way around. you are, as the adult, you are as the parents, you are supposed to be taking care of your children and not giving them a burden. So that's the reason why I wanted like a passive income. I wanted a business that is more than a paycheck. And don't get me wrong, some businesses out there, like, people think that they have a business, but they actually bought a job. People think that they have, you know, a great business structure, but when I see their finances, they don't really have that good structure. They're actually drowning instead of making money. So there's that aspect of it. So met another person recently that have, I think at the age of, about the same age, about 40 plus or 50 plus. I like to talk to those people because I like to see how they do things at that age and what are the plans for them, because they've got a shorter time frame than any of us, or any of the young ones anyway. So like, when I asked my dad, what's your retirement plan? What's your strategy? He doesn't know, because he doesn't understand like how money works and all that jazz. And I kind of stopped asking him because, he doesn't get it, what I'm trying to do. And not a lot of people will understand what it is that you're trying to do, by the way. So so the third person is I met them recently. They're a lot older than me. They're in a high income bracket, like they work in a high paying job. They're not too worried as much, but then they contacted me wanting to know, I guess, how I go about doing things, because inquiring property and what are the plan. When I asked them, look, you're thinking of buying a new house, a principal place of home, and you've got roughly about 20 years of your life before you actually pay off, finish, or start to retiring. What are your plans when you're starting to winding down and you still got another 10 years on your mortgage? So I went as deep as that, like, and that opened up their eyes a bit more. Because how are you going to sustain buying a brand new property if you're already started to winding down, and you're supposed to be start to retiring and whatnot, and you're supposed to be, I guess, starting to step back, working from full-time to part-time. At what age are you going to stop doing that? So for some people, like, they don't have that plan. They haven't got, no, I'm gonna work until, I pay off my mortgage. Like, to me, it's like, whoa. In Australia anyway, a mortgage goes for 30 years. So if you're looking at that alone, a 30-year mortgage, but if you only got 20 or 15 or 10 years of your working life, how do you expect to pay off the rest? And especially if you're only working in a 9-to-5 job, if you're working at a job at a paycheck, let's say. So you need to find other avenue to make the shortfall, and property can provide that for you. I met another person that already at the age of, again, that's 50 plus age. So far it's been about 4 different people that I know of. And I look at him and he goes, are you ever going to retire? Are you ever going to stop working? Some people love working. Don't get me wrong. Some people probably love their job, love doing what they do, love the fact that you're going to work early in the morning, take that public transport, go to to a job that is about an hour away and return an hour away. So some people love that because they have nothing I guess the mindset actually not changed, because that's what they've been in built for a long time. I mean, my mind, on the other hand, is like, I don't want to do that. That's not me. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go work in a job that I don't like. Even if I like the job, why do I have to travel so far to go to a job? I mean, my thought is, if you have to travel for like an hour, so that's 2 hours. The most what is it? The most important product out there is time. We've only got 24 hours in a day. There's only so much that you can spend. We spend majority of that, let's say, sleeping and working and traveling. So let's say if there's only so much spare time that you have in a day. And for me, it's like the idea of me traveling for an hour something to go to work and work in a job for 7-8 hours. So that's, let's say, what's that, 7, 8, 9, so let's say 10-hour days on someone else's business, but they're not going to provide you any benefits. They give you benefits, bits and pieces, but not as enough to sustain you beyond your annual leave, your holiday pay. Then it's kind of to me, it doesn't make any sense. So when I looked at this last person, it's like that they're way older. I think he's the oldest person out of the whole entire people that I'm mentioning at the moment. And this person here is, in a sense, supposed to be retiring. Like, I look at the age of 65, you're supposed to be already winding down. But if you can't, you can't. And this person probably, he said, I don't want to retire. Is it because you don't want to, or because you cannot retire? I want to retire young. I want to stop working as quickly possible, because I don't want to have to worry about money as quickly as possible. I don't want to be scared where my next meal going to be, and I don't want to rely on punching in, clock in and clock out. So that was the reason why I bought I bought properties, for that reason. But properties can also daunt you. Property, if you have the correct vehicle and the correct system, the correct people that you're dealing with, it can provide you with a great lifestyle. But if you're doing it wrongly, or if you did something that is sort of normal, let's say, it will burn you. It will run you to the ground. So this video is pretty much about that. Like, if you're talking to a lot more older people, ask them, what's your most biggest fear? Why can't you stop working? What are you gonna do if one day when you're thinking of retiring? Like, all that, it will open up your eyes, and it should actually make you think of a way that, what do I have to do in order for me to better myself? So anyway, that's just my thing for the day. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Cheers, bye.